command.
A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Gaming with KaijuForceNeo, Facecam Specials Insurgence. So, here comes yet another Call of Duty installment. This one is known as Infinite Warfare. And I can tell you right now, Call of Duty is becoming a pretty big hit to my franchise here. The franchise itself is just unbelievable at this moment. It's a seriously intuitive piece of content of mine that I just offer on my channel. Gaming with KaijuForceNeo. It's really becoming bigger and bigger and bigger with each passing year. And this franchise has only been around for nearly 2.5 years, but at this moment, Gaming with KaijuForceNeo itself is already getting more than 400 plus episodes. And not to mention all of the other spin-offs that I managed to give to it, along with other additions to the franchise. It's really been a huge piece of content of mine that I've been offering on my channel for 2.5 years. But this is just another big step towards it. Finding an even bigger selection of games to choose from. This would really increase my likelihood of getting more subscribers, likes, and shares. The many of which, though, I haven't really seen as much good quality-based progress on it, but eventually it's gonna work. I know it will. Probably some more advertisements should allow for this channel to become a bit more fluctuant in terms of the amount of subscribers and the like, but right now, Infinite Warfare is one of those games here where I'm really trying my best at it. And it's just another one of those games, well, I happen to not do so well at it the first time, but within an hour of playing on multiplayer, I should be able to work it out well. Though, I mean, over time the Black Ops franchise has really been, diving deeper into the future. With the first Black Ops going as far as, well, 1969, and then the second one goes around 2025, then 2065 for the third one, and the fourth one as well. It's currently not as defined as it would be, based on the setting chronologically. So, I can't really say that much about that part, but okay, I almost got someone there with this one. Oh, whoa, okay. That's like a drone, similar to the RCXD from the Black Ops franchise, but, oh, I got someone else. Yeah, nice job. Doing well with this one, though. I'm pretty much getting used to the controls as quickly as I possibly can, but okay, this might be similar to a few other Call of Duty titles, like Ghosts, and one of the Black Ops, well, Black Ops 4 actually wasn't as, super bad as some of these other titles that I've been playing for a couple years now, but all in all, total, I really seem to find some enjoyment in some of the Call of Duty titles out there because of how easy the multiplayer mode can possibly be. Though, at this point, here at Infinite Warfare, I don't really see as much ease being put into this kind of multiplayer setting. But you know what? An environment like this is something I might have to take some time to get used to. So, oh, I almost got somebody. Wow. Probably could have just switched weapons right there instead of reloading. That would have taken even more time to do. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep going here because there's really no chance of what's going to happen. I mean, I even try my best to figure out what else these Call of Duty titles have nowadays, but for the majority of, well, the likelihood that I have such intuition put into this, and I've also gotten some more interest in a bunch of other categories that situate these games independently. But But okay, it's getting a bit quiet out. It's something I don't really like because someone could be planning a sneak attack. Oh my gosh, like that? A Robo-Dog. Spot Mini, better look out. Boston Dynamics, they're messed up. Because these Robo-Dogs here really know how to kill. Someone's trying to get... Oh, and he got me.
Enemy Scarab active.
It's obviously not good news. So, okay. Another thing that you probably don't know about Infinite Warfare at this moment is that, unlike many of the other Call of Duty entries, this one here has a multiplayer setting of where you can get 100 points per match to win, instead of just 75. So, it's just a big... It's probably an advantage there because it gives you some more time to focus and figure out what's going to be your next move here, but this is something else here. So I feel like that right now it's going to be another move that I have to plan here. Because I do have this... Oh. Okay, that's like the special weapon right there. It's sort of like a Gatling gun that spews out of energy. And I'm not super familiar with many of these futuristic type of games. Science fiction is not really something I tend to look into, but reality is. And as long as it's a bullet here in the modern day era, where most weapons have these kind of projectiles that they fire out, I feel like I'm more than just okay with that. But when the time comes, weapons like this would eventually come out anyways, then I know I can probably take some interest into them and consider those part of reality as well. So okay, I just placed down a mine of some sort, and now I just threw a grenade. I'll let it go down there, see who I can find. It's also pretty nice to have the jet boots on as well, because in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, almost felt like those weren't really enough. But in Infinite Warfare, it's almost something else. So, okay, right now I got some more conversions to go. There we go. I gotcha. Alright, keep moving here. Pick up this weapon. Oh, looks like that. We got a victory. Oh, and I got killed in the process? That's kind of stupid. They should freeze every player once the victory or defeat has been claimed. Because the slowdown time that you get after the victory or defeat ends up claimed.
Well done. Your training is paying off.
It's not working too well. It just sort of allows players to get an extra kill or something like that. Overkill in a way. But the match is over. I feel like I did pretty nice in here, despite how the kill-death ratio isn't necessarily working out the way I want it to. But again, it's something I'm going to have to work out later. Because this is the soldier that I have with the loadout. So all these current loadouts are actually pretty nice. Though I'm seriously not as familiar with many of these weapon designs. Though the sniper rifles are a bit obvious. But many of these here, I mean, it doesn't really look like a shotgun or a rifle. It almost looks like something else. Like weapons from another dimension. But that one certainly looks more like a machine gun. But yeah, some weapons just look a bit funky. Some are square. And that doesn't seem to make sense to me. I'm probably not as familiar with what the future will hold within 75 years, but seriously, this is a time where I feel like it's a bit more confusing as it is. So, okay. We got this one right here, the Titan, as it's called. So, okay, the UNSA versus the RDF? I couldn't really read it that well from the side. So, I'm gonna pick the Titan class. And
Team deathmatch.
okay, it looks like I'm with this side now. I'm not with the UNSA. I probably should play the campaign mode on this game too. The SDF. Okay, that's what it's called. It looks more like RDF because of the way the S was shaped. A lot of fonts tend to be a bit more confusing as you go along with them, but sometimes maybe everybody could understand them. Oh, get killed by an exploding vehicle, which was blown up by a mine of some sort, but still. I mean, these vehicles don't really give much evidence that this is somewhere deeper in the future compared to Black Ops 2, but it probably is somewhere between 2025 and 2065. I probably should take up some time to look up stuff on the wiki pages for the settings and otherwise that relate to these Call of Duty games from the modern day era. But again, I'm just gonna have to find some time for myself to do so. Because with all the other time that I've gotten spent on my everyday life with some of my other jobs and all that good stuff that happens to me every now and then, it's gonna be a little while before anything ends up occurring before my very eyes. So, okay. I can't really seem to think of it, but the Titan does seem to have more blue lasers on it than bullets. Because the next time you'll see me firing this weapon here, it could make more sense. That this seems to fire lasers on it and not so much of bullets. Well, hardly got the chance to do that there, but let's see if I can try it this time. Yep, see, right there. It kind of look more like blue laser shots, and not really bullets. Unless maybe the like dyed blue or something like that. I mean, it's something that raises tons of questions. A lot of this is, well, this pistol here also fires blue shots that are like lasers or something. And it looks like I got somebody with a pistol. Oh, someone else came in here and just straight up assassinated me before I had the chance to react to it. Okay, almost had someone in my sights. Looks like you got away though. Okay, did he go? Oh, came up to me by surprise. Well, again, another one of those times where it gets a bit more confusing. Oh, was that someone over there? Oh, it was just an object that was sticking up. And that's... it's not really traceable, but this is a time...
We've lost the lead.
This is probably a better time for me to figure out how to focus really well. So, I mean, I'm probably going to have to work this out at some point. Probably play for a little while longer to get used to the controls and to the environments, but of course, there's going to be more than just all this. And if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side. So, I mean, wow.